Yo, are we live? Yo, if you're in chat, anyone, check one, two, two. It's picking us up. I think we're good. Yo, what's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
Not too bad. To everyone, welcome to a very special Modern Magic Mondays. The gentleman sitting next to me, at Real M&M, buddy, cohort in crime on Modern Magic Mondays, a part of the new hashtag Build the Brand 2017. And we have, yo, Snaz, get out of the way. Perfect. We've got something pretty special lined up for you guys. Nan and I were talking, and because of the Invitational going to be recorded tomorrow, we didn't actually have any sort of, games to show, Magic to be played modern-wise. But we have been going back and forth about doing a Modern Masters 2017 draft as a team. And we wanted to go ahead and see what we could do about putting it up. So forgive the impromptu overlay. All the important stuff is there. Chat is there as well, so you guys can see that. And so I mean, Modern Masters 2017. Have you done any drafts?
I haven't. The store did a draft-a-thon yesterday where they just fired every time they got 8 people, but I had to work.
Yeah. So hopefully things went well. I mean, I thought that was a pretty cool idea, doing the draft-a-thon, because it's just like every 8 people, boom, 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 let's get some Modern Masters draft going. I think maybe Nan has done a little bit.
Well, it's also pretty sweet because you can actually take the best part of Magic Online and apply it to real life. One of the worst parts about Magic in real life is you have to go around a schedule and you have to say, well, Tuesday nights is Modern, we're going to make it out for Modern. But it's like, oh, well, I lost my first round, and I'm out of this now because it's just a 3-round draft pod. I don't have to wait around. I can just jump right into the next.
Sure.
So then it's just like rapid fire drafts as soon as they have 8 people, and then that way it's also a highly sought after set, so people that want to get in there can. So
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you guys have been living under a rock, Modern Masters 2017 is basically the third iteration of a draft set that Wizards of the Coast did, where they took kind of an overview of the modern format and kind of applied it to a set, right? You can buy boxes of it. They've printed a lot of cards that, obviously Tarmogoyf, that's a card we've seen in all 3 sets. I'm trying to think of what else maybe we've seen in all 3 sets.
Actually, I think it might have just been Tarmogoyf. I mean, you see some niche slots like Planeswalkers in each one,
right,
or like Chase Rares like Snapcaster, Liliana, but I don't think, to my knowledge, nothing's been, I mean, maybe a common that we're missing, but to my knowledge, nothing's really been printed in all 3 sets except Tarmogoyf.
Yeah,
I think.
And I think this was pretty much like one of the most anticipated out of at least the 3 Modern Masters sets, because we saw Liliana of the Veil getting reprinted, we saw Snapcaster Mage, what was it, Past in Flames. I mean, all of these cards are sitting in one set. The Fetch Lands.
Fetch Lands are rare, yeah.
Yeah, Fetch Lands.
And the interesting thing about it all was that it initially didn't start off with a great reception because there were no huge splashy Lilianas or Tarmogoyfs confirmed. Like, Snapcaster was the box art that people kind of assumed was Snapcaster, but outside of that, people were just like, well, there's no value, because they looked at the pack art and they said, the pack art's not great, but then they spoiled, a lot of the other stuff, and the fetch lanes at rare are pretty big because, even though those cards might dip down a little bit, they'll go back up $35, $40 at least. So you're talking about just a rare that you have a great chance of getting. It's not like, well, I have to get a good mythic in order to make my money back or feel like I got a good value. So people kind of, I think, were all in after they saw the fetch lands and then some of the mythics as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great cards. We were joking about on the podcast that we're doing now as a part of the Modern Magic Mondays thing, in response to, we were joking about Kraken Hatchling.
Yes.
That was the card I was most excited about.
That got sweet.
It is. I mean, just a 1/4 dude.
Yep.
Like, perfect.
Spike Jester is a pretty big card from some of my friends talking to, and he stops that guy. So
yeah,
he's an 04, right? Kraken Hatchling?
It's 04, that's right. Yeah, he wasn't a 1/4.
No, but then he just stopped Spike Jester. He's like, you got all these Spike Jesters, I've got all these Kraken Hatchlings, so.
Get wrecked. That's awesome. But yeah, so we figured we'd go ahead and do a Modern Masters 2017 draft. And what it looks like logging into MTGO is we're offered the options of either the Intermediate Modern Masters 2017 Draft League or the Phantom Draft. And we figured we might as well just pay the extra bucks and see what sort of cards we can pull out of it.
Well, and I think they used to offer the 8/4s and the what was it 4-3-2-2s. I think that was how the payout went. 3-2-2. 4-3-1-1. Anyway, they used to offer those, I think, for the supplemental product, but at this point, I think it's just like you said, Phantom or League. I don't think that you have the option to do the 8/4s unless it's a one of the core like Aether Revolts or something like that.
Gotcha. So, okay.
Which is also kind of nice because you get to play 3 rounds no matter what. Whereas with the 8/4s, there's a lot of super spiky people playing in those queues, and
right.
if you just lose round 1, you're just like, well, not only did I waste all this player points or this cash, but now I literally have nothing to do because I just spent all this money and I thought I was going to get 4 hours of entertainment instead of an hour.
An hour, right. So let's go ahead and join this league. Let's see what we can come up with here. Let's see how bad this is. Let me cut this audio up a little bit before we move on, just so we can have something going on here.
And for those of you not really familiar with Magic Online, 25 tickets is about equivalent to they'll say $25. You can buy a dollar ticket, but I think the currency is actually slightly less. I think it's closer to 80 to 85 cents, or it's been a while since I've looked, so I'm not overly sure myself. So it is a little pricey to get in, but I mean it's about the same as you would pay for a real life draft. The other interesting thing about the leagues is that you don't play against people in your pod. So we're going to be drafting these cards, and we're going to say, oh man, we're passing this card X. But it's possible that we play against someone in theory that has the exact same deck as us. That's statistically improbable. But since they're in a completely different draft queue, they could see pretty much the same cards that we do and take them as well. So it's not just about who's in your pod, and you can't just do the normal draft thing where you're like, oh well, I need to be aware that I'm passing this this really powerful card, so that if I play against someone later, I might put them on it, because you just have no idea. They can have any card in the set.
Interesting. So. It's I actually find that pretty interesting, the way that Wizards went about that. I think the leagues are a great idea. I think I've done one of the modern leagues, and it's always just been interesting. So, all right, so Sphinx's Rev right off the start.
That card's pretty sweet. The land fixing in this set is pretty bananas, and it's probably, if you don't see anything too over the top, it's probably where you want to be. Although I think right here at this point, again, it's really any way you want to go. So, yeah. Again, I'm not too familiar with this stuff. Augur Spree is a pretty sweet removal card I've played with before. Battle Mage seems fine. I really like Giant Baiting, actually.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with that, it lets you put a 4/4 green and red guy into play with haste, and then you exile it, but then you can actually copy it with tapping 2 creatures that share color.
So, I mean, what are you feeling for this draft? I mean, I see Lone Missionary, that stands out to me, but I'm a white player. Sphinx's Rev stands out to me, but ultimately, we'd like to do well, right?
Right. Well, I've also talked to a lot of people that say aggro decks are pretty prominent.
Okay.
So if we avoid aggro, that might help us. But, yeah. I mean, Lone Missionary is probably not an awful card. I don't know if it's a first pick, though.
Okay.
We've got 5 seconds. Just Lone Missionary.
All right.
How about that? We'll just go there. Hopefully this works out for us.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So we got Carnage Gladiator, Seal of Doom, Agony Warp.
Agony Warp is, I think, a very sweet card. It allows you for some decent 2-for-1s and sometimes even better. Although, again, if we're looking more of a control, Seagate Oracle is probably a fine card. Man, nothing.
Nothing's really jumping out at me right now.
So yeah, Seal of Doom is also, again, probably fine. Removal, even if they know it's coming, it's pretty good. What is the Gladiator? When it blocks, a creature control loses 1 life. 3 colors is definitely something that's possible, and that card's not awful, but Pitfall Trap's also pretty sweet. So if there's one guy attacking you, you can pay a white and then destroy target creature without flying. So,
I mean, that's probably going to happen more often than not, unless they're really going wide.
yeah, Pitfall Trap's probably a safe choice. I mean, remove one.
Okay.
We're already kind of white, so.
Yeah. Well, I think we could still shift. I think
Sure.
that's definitely something that we can do. I just, Lone Missionary speaks to me.
Rootborn Defenses is pretty sweet if we get some kind of token-based strategy going on. Fist of Ironwood's also pretty awesome. It's a lot better than it seems. The guy gets trample, right?
Yeah, Enchanted Creature has trample, and then it also gets to create 2 saplings. That's pretty nice.
What is Attended Knight? First strike, 2/2 for 3.
And then you create a guy.
That guy seems pretty solid for 3 mana, 2/2 first strike with the capability of putting a person into play. I mean, plus if we can kind of go blue whitish or white something, we can maybe look at start some blink decks with the Lone Missionary and the Attended Knight.
Oh yeah.
So that's definitely a possibility. Although Talon Trooper's not a terrible choice, but Attended Knight's probably where we want to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say Talon Trooper sounds like something we can get behind. All right, so there's a Kozilek. We got a Spell Pierce as well.
Core Hookmaster is also a really, really, really good card. It freezes a creature for a turn, taps it, doesn't untap.
Oh, nice.
And it's 2 power for 3. So it's, again, same kind of blink deck. We're not really seeing any of the blue blink cards, but at the same time, aside from Lone Missionary, which is still serviceable, 2 power for 2 mana, I mean, it's still a fairly aggressive looking deck so far. So
yeah.
I think Core Hookmaster is definitely a possibility.
Okay.
Centaur Healer is also a pretty sweet card, but
we're kind of we're not essentially committing to green, but we would have to at least splash a little bit to put that in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure I don't know that it's not a card that screams, "Hey, you need to get into green because you want to play me." So.
Right. Core Hookmaster.
Yeah, I think so. Ogre Jailbreaker is also a sweet card, but I don't think it's for us.
Okay.
You have some gates, you can do some stuff. There's another one too. I mean, Core Skyfisher also is a pretty sweet card in what we're looking at. It's a 2/3 flyer that lets you bounce a permanent.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of that flash
Blinky.
of that blink effect that we were looking for.
Grixis again. The black actually looks pretty all right now. The Ogre Jailbreaker, assuming you have the gate, a 4/4 for 4 is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
He loses Defender, and then the Grixis Slave Driver is the 4/4 for C6. Yeah. You get to put a 2/2 zombie token he has on our so you can bring it back. So it's pretty alright.
Huh. I mean, I'm not against the Jailbreaker because I mean, obviously this is the second Orzhov Guildgate that we've seen. Yeah. So it's the potential is there that we'll see it, but
yeah, I think Hookmaster's probably the safe play.
Skyfisher.
Skyfisher.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We'll just go ahead and reserve it there.
Again, it doesn't push us into another color.
True.
Skylight Legionnaire though, and Madcap skills with Dynacharge actually is probably a decent sign to us that maybe we can get into like some kind of red-white deck here. The Dynacharge would be decent if we can go a little wider with some tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Madcap skills is just a super annoying card for 2 mana +3/+0, and it has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. So Skylight Legionnaire is also a very fine aggressive card. What are your thoughts?
I mean, we're sitting at 4 creatures right now. I know if the kind of the way we're building is we want to be probably a little bit more aggressive. I do enjoy Madcap skills. I guess either way, we're pretty much ready to start.
I just didn't want to get a random Golgari.
Yeah.
Another Dynacharge. Lawkeeper's also pretty sweet. Just tap target creature is nice. Also, a Boris Guildgate is probably really good for us because, if we are looking to go red, even though it comes into play tapped, you want to sort by CMC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it already is. We only have 2 and 3 drops. How about that? So, there's Kraken Hatchling. Honorable mention.
Yep.
Definitely goes in an aggressive deck if I got nothing. I just want an excuse to take Kraken Hatchling. So I think really it's between Lawkeeper and Guildgate.
Are you feeling that the Guildgate's probably...
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
That's all right. Oh, we should have taken it.
That's how it happens.
Drats. So, Lone Missionary, again, is probably a fine card, but as you pointed out, we're now at 5 creatures. But another law keeper, is not awful either. There's a lot of Dino Charges.
There are, and no one's picking them.
So maybe we're bad, or maybe they're bad.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's column A and column B. But I think that I really like Gideon's Lawkeeper. In draft, I genuinely like cards that'll let me tap anything. It's not conditional. You can just tap whatever you want.
Okay.
So
we'll hold on to that. We'll two's not bad. And so we still see what's interesting is with that split color with giant baiting, we could technically take giant baiting since
if we get some red.
If we get some red, yeah.
Or it's also just a 4/4 hasted creature that dies. It turns into like what a pseudo Hellspark elemental, if you will.
Ooh, true.
Without the back end.
Right.
Rubble Belt Maka, I don't remember that guy. Blood Rush. Oh, that card actually might be good in our deck here.
Just to really push for a little bit of damage.
Growth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go for that dude.
Okay.
And then late game, he's a 3/3 body. So, or not late game, but later game.
So we got
Mud Button. Deals 3 damage. Oh, that guy's not bad. But not unfortunately, but it is when it dies. So there's no shenanigans with the Skyfish or anything.
Yeah, 1/1 for 3.
At the same time, I mean, we're probably not playing any of this other stuff. Either. The Populate, probably not. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably go with that guy, but he's probably going to end up our sideboard.
Yeah. So we still got a giant baiting.
Well, so, I mean, if we get our Mud Button Torch Runner and our Rubble Belt Maka, we can conspire.
Ooh.
But yeah, so giant baiting's probably a fine card. I mean, we could potentially try to get into blue, but I think we passed up on a lot of fixing that would.
Yeah, I think we've seen at least 2 Spell Pierce that passed our way. You know, just
but Spell Pierce does not hurt us. No.
Sundering Growth.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's probably a safe pick.
Yeah, and it's a fine sideboard card. It's not dead. With our Attended Knight, we can make a little burrow, populate a 1/1 token. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. I mean, ideally, we should have taken the Slime Molding and the Sundering Growth to get what we wanted to get. I don't think it matters much.
I like Familiar Ruse because it has that blink effect. Blink effect, but
yeah, I mean, go for it. It's double blue. We're probably not playing it, but we're also probably not playing anything else.
Dino Charge
or Pitfall Trap. Probably Dino Charge.
Yeah, I was gonna say just a little bit more for pushing in damage.
We do want to get some removal here, so I don't remember. Ooh, Revive. I don't have a choice.
Yeah. We'll just go ahead and push that Revive off to the side.
So a foil summoning trap. Venser makes me wish we had the blue-white blink deck going that we wanted so bad.
Parallel Shaman.
Yeah, this pack's not awesome for us here. Scorch Rusalka doesn't do a lot because we're not going to have a lot of... Oh, that's not the one I thought it was. Never mind.
Burial Rites.
What's the Grotto do? Grotto's mana fixing of some kind, right?
Waste, and then you can pay 1 colorless to make it a mana.
That's not horrible.
Yeah.
What is it? Wait, what's a Trader's Instinct? Isn't that a... Oh, yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, it steals a guy. What is that? Not Treachery. I mean, it does Treachery. I don't remember.
Right.
Act of treason, yeah.
Yeah, gain control of target creature, give it +2/+0 and haste until end of turn. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not... This deck is probably not going to be anything that's making anyone's like top 10 decks of all time list. Oh boy.
Jeez.
So.
All right. So probably needs some sort of fixing, right? I mean, we got the Boros Signet to kind of help us out.
Sweet.
We also have a
really
foil
like
Legionnaire.
And it's foil.
And it's foil. Yeah.
Also, the Battle Rattle Shaman is actually a pretty good card. Oh,
okay. Yeah. All right.
And, the thing is we've seen Madcap skills go around the table a little bit. We've seen the Legionnaire go around the table a little bit. He's a 4-drop, so he's going to be on our high end in the Pitfall Trap. So, most likely, the Signet, the Madcap, the Pitfall, or the Legionnaire is going to get back around to us if we take the Battle Rattle. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we're overvaluing him, but a +2/+0 at the beginning of each combat seems
Seems pretty decent.
Yeah.
Especially for what we're trying to do. I mean, obviously we're trying to push damage across the board. There's nothing real fancy. We got a couple combat tricks, but this is just something to really solidify versus just like, throwing out the Dynacharge or something like that.
Well, plus actually the turn, if you first main phase him, you get to use it that turn, which is also pretty sweet.
Oh, okay.
Banishing Stroke is an awesome card. Eyes in the Sky is actually also okay. It's not great, but as an instant, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
What is the Sensory Splicer? Is the 3/3, but it gets Vigilance. Okay.
Yeah, just golem creatures get Vigilance.
5 is pretty expensive and probably not where we want to be. Aether Toe, I can tell you from personal experience, is an amazing card.
What's the Conspire?
You just tap 2 creatures that share color with the spell.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
actually probably a card we should consider. I think it's a decent removal.
Yeah.
It's also Deputy of Acquittals is here for our blue-white blink deck that we're gonna not have.
Yeah.
But Thunderous Wrath is also great. Is that an instant?
Is an instant.
Man,
5 damage, Miracle 1.
That card's also really solid. Aether Toe, though, with the potential for 2 for 1, I think it's probably where we gotta go.
Okay.
Plus we got quite a few white creatures, but Thunderous Wrath is pretty hard to pass as well. And Banishing Stroke's also solid.
Right.
So.
Hopefully we'll see a couple more come our way.
Plus a few Miracle them.
Ooh. We got another Torch Runner.
The old mud button.
Yep, we got a Master Splicer here, and then Rootborn Defenses. I mean...
So it actually puts in a 4/4 Golem with it.
Oh, yeah.
Rootborn's pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, I like the Master Splicer. If we get like a, I think Blade Splicer's in the set, and I think there's another couple Splicers as well. The Mud Button I don't think is anything too wild. I mean, if you look at it this way, for 1 more mana, we're getting 5 power instead of the 1/1.
True.
So
yeah, it's probably better at that cost.
Plus, again, the Rootborn Defenses is pretty sweet, but maybe we could hope it comes back around.
Yeah, I mean it's possible, but there's still a lot of blue floating around as well.
Just none of it that we want.
Yeah. There's another Aether Toe, Boros Guildgate, another Law. I mean, this is the pack for us.
And actually, that Sunhome Guildmage, yeah, you can make a bro with haste and give your guys +1/+0. He's probably where we want to be. 2 power for 2 that has 2 relevant abilities. I think that's Chandra's Outrage though. Man, like I felt like the first packs weren't great, but these have some pretty solid cards in them. Chandra's Outrage is also really solid.
It's double red. I mean, we are pretty much committed to red at this point.
But it's also red-white, so it's got a lot of mana restrictions on the Sublime, or the Sunhome, Guildmage. Plus, again, like you said, the Guildgate. I would snap say Outrage. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It's interesting. This is kind of new to me. I don't do a whole lot of drafting, so this is nice to get your take on it. When creature dies this turn, return that card. Okay, that's not. I mean, that's a little bit of synergy there, right, with the Torch Runner.
Yeah, and also like our Attended Knight or Master Splicer, they come back and Hookmaster Missionary.
Yeah.
It's probably a decent card for us. Rock's Warmonk is not something we're gonna do at all, but that card's also super good. So it's if you have a chance to play that guy, you should play him.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and hold on to that for now. But I mean, you got Explore, Seagate Oracle.
The Bomber's pretty good too because it's a 2/2 flyer for 3.
Yo, and you get 2 red goblins.
Yeah.
Nice.
You sacrifice them.
Oh.
So. Oh no!
Oh, did I take the wrong thing?
Yeah, we took the ground assault.
It.
So, what did we pass up on so I can yell at you later?
Yeah, it's
What was it? We got a ground assault and we lost.
It was let's not worry about it.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yep. Don't even worry about it.
Actually, we wanted the ground assault because we didn't want anyone else to have it. So, Dynacharge, Dragon Fodder, Gideon's Lawkeeper. Lawkeeper again is probably fine here, but with 2, I don't think we need another one.
Yeah.
Dragon Fodder is decent.
We do have a couple. I thought we had a couple populate. Maybe we don't. We just have the Sundering Growth.
Well, we did have. Oh, that's what it was. It was the Graceful Reprieve. Scourge Devil. Sorry.
You're good.
That's what I was gonna get there. Yeah. He gives your guys a bonus, and then How about that?
Chandra's outrage.
Cash me outside. So, what will be passing up on here is this core Skyfisher. We're at 11 creatures, and the Skyfisher, as awesome as he is sometimes and cutesy as he is, he's also a tempo loss at times. So
okay.
Outrage is probably fine.
Yeah, a little bit more removal, add to our belt. I got you.
Deputy Quiddles, man, I wanted that blue-white. I love Blink decks. So no Miss Meadow Witch though. No.
Whatever that card is totally coming back. By the way, it's gonna be fine.
It's a graceful reprieve. It was the one that when a creature dies, return it to its owner's.
I believe it's coming back. Don't even worry about it.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm fine. Waiting reflections for populate. We have the Scorched Rusalka. Red Spirit.
It's I mean it's alright.
Maybe the Grotto?
Maybe. We do have a decent amount of colorless at this point, so it's probably not gonna harm us too much.
Yeah. Play that Ground Assault.
That is a plan that we could have.
Yeah.
That is an option.
That is an option. Look at that.
See,
we're
feast
in.
or famine in this place here. So, man, to not get into the pickles we had before, Madcap skills, we have one. We have some creatures. That card's pretty solid. Skynet Legionnaire, though, man, a 3/2 flying, 2/2 flying haste for 3. I kind of want to go with the Madcap skills because it does make our guys tougher to block and a big pain. So,
all right,
I think we're good on creatures. And as nice as the Legionnaire is, sometimes he's a little difficult to cast. Thunderous Wave coming back, I'll get these card names right one day. Even at 6 mana, 5 to a target is pretty solid.
Yeah.
We played Explosive Impact, I think was the name of the card, in Return to Ravnica draft.
Okay.
And I think that card was 5 red. It might have only been 4 in a red or something to that effect, but this seems like a serviceable card.
I don't think it came back.
Well, it's if we get it again, I believe it's going to be our second to last or our last card.
Oh, okay.
Grasp of Phantasms. We're not going to play any of these cards,
right?
So, probably a Grasp because it's a good blue card we're not able to play.
Sure.
Aether Toe.
I mean,
we could probably do another Aether Toe. We might not play it, but I love that card. So. Crippling Chill is also a good blue card that we're not going to be able to play.
Yo, see, look at that.
How about that?
We're in.
Maybe this is a sign that we should not play this card, though.
Oh.
I don't know. It's better than Ground Assault. Oh,
and Awaken Reflections.
Last pick playable.
Yep. We're in. Yo, Banishing Stroke.
Advent of the Worm. No, we could have been in green.
Oh, yeah, we could have been.
It would have been perfect with our populating and stuff.
We got Guildgate Skyfishers. We got Lingering Souls, though.
And Banishing Stroke.
Yeah. Let's see, this is the pickle.
And we got another Outrage.
We got options.
Man,
here.
I think is that card good enough to have 3 of?
All right, so let's think about it. 2 red, 2 colorless, 4 damage to target creature, and 2 damage to the creature's controller.
I mean, the question is, would you play that card if it were just 2 red and 2 colorless, 4 damage to target creature? I think the answer is still probably yes. And
limited?
Yeah, I think you do play that card anyway. But Banishing Stroke just gets rid of it. I think maybe Banishing Stroke here because of the miracle potential.
Well, it's going to put it on top of its library, so it doesn't necessarily get rid
on the
of
bottom.
it.
It's on the bottom.
Oh, it's on the bottom. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Outrage is good. Lingering Souls with the Shimmering Grotto, I know it's only 1, but it still gives you a potential to flash it back without hurting your mana base.
True.
So if either one of those cards came back, that would be super sweet.
I mean, I just love Lingering Souls. I think it's a great card. Abrupt Decay, Thundering Trumpeter.
Trumpeter is actually, oh man.
We got another Attendant Knight too.
Yeah.
Spike Jester as well.
That guy, he's such a joker. What does Hammer Lancer do? He's a 2/2. As long as he's paired, they both have first strike. Man, that guy seems like the dude for our deck. But I will also say Thundersong Trumpeter from Ravnica Limited was one of the most annoying cards to play against.
And I think we could probably afford to be that. We just to be annoying and then to also.
Well, he is also damage. 2 power for 2 mana, so it's not like he's unusable.
Right.
But that Lancer first strike is
Very nice.
yeah. You know what? The other thing too is I think we probably go with the Lancer here and hope that the Thunder Song wheels. There's a chance that it may simply because of its mana cost. It's not like white decks aren't going to play it and red decks aren't going to play it, so you have to be red white.
Right.
So, the Lancer probably goes into many more decks than the Trumpeter. Attendant Knight is pretty sweet, but I think this guy diversifies our portfolio a little bit.
That's good. I like that. Diversify the portfolio. All right, so we got Sundering Growth, Youthful Knight, 2/1 for first strike.
I'm looking at that Skirstad Cultist.
Yeah, sack a creature, deal 2 damage. I mean, that's not bad. We have a couple token generators in here. We've got the Golem.
And if it's just a block where it's going to die anyway, just throw it at something.
Yeah.
Mog Flunkies is not a bad card. Again, it's a card that sometimes just doesn't quite make the grade, but it is decent in a deck like this where you're probably not attacking or blocking alone.
How about that Scourge Devil, though?
Yeah, we got one of those. I think that card's probably much more likely to come back around. What does Youthful Knight even do again?
It's just a 2-cost, 2/1 first strike.
No, that's not awful, but I think Flunkies is probably better for us.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if you jam like a sweet Madcap skills on it.
Oh
It's
my.
just gonna get really annoying.
Yep.
I think that Cultist was, I don't know, like I said, Sky Knight Legionnaire really wants to be in our deck.
It's just really
wants to be in our deck. I think it might be the time.
It might be the time to take it?
It might be the time to do it.
I mean, we could have the foil one, but that's okay. It's all right.
Listen,
we made good choices.
It wasn't my money that we used to get in this draft. So.
Well, no, it was the channel's money.
I mean, to be fair, it was probably the difference between a 5-cent card and a 7-cent card. So
listen, that 2 cents really makes a difference.
I can toss you the 200ths of a ticket.
I only have 200ths of a ticket. Can I get in? No. Okay. All right. Just checking.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Putrefy, really sweet card, obviously.
Yeah.
Corpse Connoisseur actually is a pretty decent card. It lets you search for a creature card, basically entomb a creature card. So if you get something like your Grixis Slave Driver, you can find it with him and then unearth it for a cheaper cost, for like a pseudo reanimate kind of thing. Yeah. So it's definitely got its place in this. I think people see it initially like, why would I want to get a creature to do that? So.
Yo, Pitfall Trap, Giant Baiting.
Another Madcap.
Madcap skills.
The mana fixing in this pack is not really for us. It's passing up on that Boris Guildgate rather was sad, but
do we think another Giant Baiting is in the works? Or do we need more removal? I mean, we do already have 2 Chandra's Outrage.
Here's the thing about Pitfall Trap I was just thinking about is that it's only attacking creature.
Okay.
So we really have to be concerned. I mean, how many turns are we going to not be tapping out to play our stuff? And then, so, I mean, it's... I guess we got like 5 seconds. We've got 2 Madcap skills, maybe the Pitfall Trap. We're not playing 3 Madcap skills, so. Molten Rain. That card is just fun. Battle Rattle Shaman again.
Yeah.
But I think we're a little high on 4-drops.
Yeah, I think we have.
We're going to end up cutting some probably. Another Legionnaire is... I just love that card so much.
It's a great card.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a great card.
Again, we're probably not playing a third Aether Toe. Although Battle Rattle Shaman is still... man. A free +2/+0 every time and is... pretty nice. I feel like Molten Rain might also just be a real annoying card because everyone's going to be playing with Guild Gates.
Yeah, and just break their fixing.
Rude. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Why not? Yeah, let's go.
We're here to play.
That's it. Oh, Gift of Orzhova?
Gift of Orzhova is a filthy card. You do have that sweet new art Serum Visions for your personal collection. I know you play Serum Visions a lot.
No, that's Nan.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Nan. I think on principle we gotta take Gift.
Well, and here's the worst part too, is now our Ghostly Flickers here for our Flicker deck.
We're right on the money now.
So, yeah, definitely Gift of Orzhova.
I'm surprised it's here.
Yeah, that card is obnoxious.
It's either they're not playing white or...
Maybe everybody else in our pod is bad.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's
right.
true. I think it's actually one of those like poker things, right? Where if you look around and you can't find the sucker in the room, it's probably you.
Oh, probably.
It might
Yeah,
be.
it's
It might be
definitely
that.
me. I can tell you that. Hookmaster again.
Yeah, that guy's sick. So I would probably take 19 of those in my deck if I could.
Okay.
If I saw 19, I think I would take them all. Strength in numbers, though, just as an aside, as a sick combat trick. Till end of turn, target creature gains trample and +X, where X is the number of creatures attacking. And for 1 in a green, that's very, very good. So another deputy acquittal. So it was just like
it was time.
If we would have weathered the storm.
Yeah, we would definitely would have paid in spades on that blink deck.
He is the sheriff of the blink deck, that's for sure. Another Skyfisher. I don't know. So let's see some more common play effects. Attendant Night Core Hookmaster. Master Splicer. And Scourge Devil. I don't know. Again, the Scorch Rusalka, though, we're not likely to play. It's probably the Skyfisher.
Just to have it.
Sweet foil Thornscape Battle Mage. That guy's awesome.
I'm just gonna roll with the Skyfisher.
Hey, look who came back.
Yeah, look and see.
Yeah, Reborn Defenses. I don't know. I mean, how many Wrath effects are in this set? You got like Pyroclasm, Damnation.
At least 2.
I think I still want Attendant Night here, especially for like our Scourge Devil and our some of our other fun stuff. We got a lot of creatures.
It's fine.
Spike Jester's still in the pack, huh?
We still have 18 spells. Like we're breaking even here.
Dude, I got it. So if we take the Burning Tree Emissary, we play it turn 2.
Oh boy.
And then we can play Ground Assault.
Yo.
I don't even actually remember what that card does, but it seems I know the mana works out. Scourge Devil or Youthful Knight. Maybe Scourge Devil.
Alright.
I was gonna say maybe Youthful Knight, but
I was really sold on the Burning Tree play.
We should have taken the Dagon. Youthful Knight. No, definitely not. Yeah, Teachings is a sweet card, but it's obviously not for this deck.
I mean, we could take it. I mean, if we feel like we're solid now, Mystical Teachings.
Well, I mean, there's a chance we'll play Giant Baiting. There's 0 chance we play Mystical Teachings.
True.
Yo, Madcap Skills, Deputy
Acquittal, man.
Well, see, I told you. We should have forced it.
Mistakes were made.
We should have forced it.
Mistakes were made. I'm relying on your drafting skills here.
That was the problem from the beginning.
No. Yo, Graceful Reprieve.
That's that card. We could get another one.
Yeah, look, see, you were worried. We ended up getting 2 of the Graceful Reprieve. We may not even use it, but who knows? And then another Revive.
You need a little Revive.
Yep.
So, yeah, let's do that. We are currently at 40 non-land cards, which means we need to cut about 17.
All right.
So our Revive is definitely in the sideboard.
Yeah.
Our Sudden Growth, I don't think we main deck at all. Let's see. Our 3s are a little hefty.
A little bit.
Maybe cut 1 Giant Baiting for the time being. I'm still sad we only got 1 Skynet Legionnaire. He's gonna be so alone in the sky.
Yeah.
2 Scourge Devils probably not right. Aether Toe might be a decent card out of the sideboard. We might keep 1 in and take 1 out.
Sure.
Mainly because again it's target attacking or blocking, and at 4 mana, at that point we're casting bigger spells and some of our removal. So
yeah.
What was the Wake the Reflections? Oh, that's a popular card that we happened to last pick. 1-drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that.
Populate.
We can drop a Madcap Skills, I think.
Come on.
Although it would be super annoying if you're playing against someone, they're just like, oh, Madcap Skills, right? Kill your guy. Creature, Madcap Skills.
Yo, got there.
How many does he have?
Yeah, he's got to have at least 3.
We can probably go down to 1 Pitfall Trap, I think.
Oh, yeah, we did get 2 of those.
What is the Mud Button again?
He's the guy that dies, deal 3 damage to target creature or player.
Probably not.
Really good with the Graceful Reprieve that we were looking at.
Oh, yeah, those can go in the sideboard as well.
Okay.
We could potentially bring those in against like something pretty heavy creature removal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and probably drop the Mud Button.
Okay.
I think. So that takes us down to 30. So it's 29. So we need to cut maybe about 6 more cards. This is the part that I always have trouble with.
Yeah. Maka's good. Maybe what about this Trader's Instinct? Do we feel like the Trader's Instinct is good in the main deck?
I mean, I think it is, in all honesty.
Okay.
Every time I played like Active Treason or something, sometimes you just really blow your opponent out.
Okay.
We don't have anything fun to like sack effect. That would be pretty sweet. But,
right.
What about the Master Splicer? He's the 5, right? He put in a 3/3, they get +1/+1.
4 cost, get a...
Yeah. He might be alright.
What about the Skyfisher? I know we talked about maybe having 1, 2, you start getting into the...
I think the 2 is probably okay, but the Lone Missionary we can probably put in the side. Yeah,
okay.
I forgot about that guy there. It looks like we might want to cut a 3-drop or 2. Pitfall Trap is kind of a 3-drop. And Molten Rain might be a little too cute.
Okay.
It's probably really good though. And here's the other thing to consider now, actually, is Giant Baiting even playable in our deck? Because it does not look like it in terms of conspiring. Because we're only running what 1, 2, 3, 4 red creatures at this point.
Oh, it has to be of the same color?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I see.
5. We're running 5 red creatures.
Right.
So.
Are we getting goblins
Plus, here's the other question, though, right? Oh, we didn't pick up that Dragon Fodder, did we? That would have been sweet.
Yeah.
Turn 2 Dragon Fodder, turn 3 that.
Yep, got there.
Give it to me.
Yep.
Wait, does Scourge Devil have Unearth?
It does.
For a black, though, right?
No,
it's for red. That's sick. Yeah. Yeah, probably cut the Giant Baiting, because the other thing to ask yourself is, the only thing that's smaller than the actual Giant token itself is going to be the Mog Flunkies, right?
True.
So you're going to be tapping over 4 power worth of stuff to put in a 4/4. So
that's fair.
28, so 27 technically, because we have 1 land. 4 more cards, but they're all so good.
They're all so good.
Creatures are a little hefty, but I think in this deck you want them to be.
I think you want to have as many as you can, or at least can muster. I mean, Attendant Knights get you a soldier. Master Splicer is going to get you a golem.
I think maybe we end up cutting another Madcap Skills, and the only reason I suggest that is a gift of Warzova. I think that if we didn't have the gift, we would maybe keep.
Okay.
But 3 creature enchantments seems a little risky.
Why is that?
Because they can just pretty easily 2-for-1 you. You know, if it's not like the bestow creatures where even if they kill the guy in response, you still get the creature.
Gotcha.
If you hit the we have time on this? Oh no, actually there's no time.
There's
Sweet,
no
we
time.
can take as long as we
exactly.
Like. I felt rushed for a second, so I'm used to the normal drafts.
Right, or it's like, all right, make it go.
So I can compose myself.
There you go.
I mean all the cards are fine, but at some point we have to cut. I mean maybe Gideon's Lawkeeper, one of those is something that we can drop, because again 1 power for 1 is not. While it taps stuff, it's probably not a card you want to see in every matchup.
And you have to pay 1 white to do it. It's not even that it's open.
I mean, the thing about Madcap Skills, though, would be really sick to just, like, throw Madcap Skills on Mog Flunkies and just go to town on somebody. Or, of course, the Legionnaire is also pretty sweet.
Right.
Maybe Molten Rain for now.
Okay.
Maybe we can bring that against the people that seem to have really greedy mana bases.
Always a good option.
Especially like a 5-color deck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, 25. I'll be honest with you. I usually go 24 and 17 lands. I love 41. I don't know why.
Solid.
Solid. So we cut 1 more. Right?
2 more.
No, because we got to land in.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So 1 more.
Does anything jump out at you?
So, I mean, the Skyfisher, you know, obviously we talked about that. It's a 2/3 for 2. Oh, no, we want to do that because of the blink effects. See, we want to blink those guys. Yeah, we're not going to get rid of them. Battle Rattle we want.
It might be Aether Toe, because, again, for the same reasons, we want our guys attacking every turn. And then 4 mana is a lot to leave up. Although, you know, we do have the Chandra's Outrageous. But I think we would probably rather just, like...
Cast an Outrage over an Aether, too.
Yeah, than to Time Walk them effectively.
Yeah.
Plus, again, you know, how many times are we going to be tapping 2 white creatures in order to conspire?
True.
So, this is probably all wrong, but, it's our first time, guys.
Yeah,
Come on, give us a break here.
It's our first Modern Masters 2017.
Throw us a bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just see what they generate and make sure it's just not too wonky.
We got 7 and 7. And
Wait,
1.
What?
What?
Red, that's black. I'm missing something. I felt like Scourge Devils was some kind of black in it. That's why I asked that.
Alright, well, we'll just put the swamp in there for now.
Click on that guy.
Is it the Orzova?
Oh, it is.
It's the Orzova.
Get rid of that swamp. And let's jam another... Actually, probably another Plains because of the double white in Orzova. All of our red is single.
There we go.
So the perfect 41.
That's it. I mean, I feel strong about this. I think we definitely have a deck here.
Well, yes, we do have a deck.
It is a Magic cards are in.
There could be
deck.
a couple pitfalls we're missing, and it might be a trap. But
ooh,
I think we might be good to go with this one.
Oh my! I don't know if I signed up for this.
I think you did.